Hey YouTube, just getting ready for work, and I'm continuing the nostalgia tour. I've been watching Back to the Future 2. I looked, and Back to the Future 1 is $14.99 for ultra high definition, and that's the only available option. It's like 15 bucks for Back to the Future, not gonna do it. But then I remember that I actually liked Back to the Future 2 a little better. I'm gonna keep dressing here. I have a cold as if my life isn't miserable enough, but I mean, look at where I live. I mean, like, I probably have a new disease every week. Anyway, when I was a kid, like you kids these days, you don't even understand how bad it was. If you wanted to watch something, either it had to be on TV and you just happened to be there, or you record it on a VCR tape. And so my sister and I, we both had our favorite movies when we were kids. Mine was Back to the Future and hers was Inner Space. Well, now that I've watched Inner Space and I watched Back to the Future too, I realize that I prefer Inner Space. Like, my sister actually liked the superior movie. But then again, maybe part of it is because the joy of Back to the Future too is, like, look at the future, what the future could be. But it's like, it's hard to get excited over the amazing technology of 2015 when you're living in 2023 and none of that shit happened. It's fun to see how they extrapolate the 80s technology into early 2000s technology because it's just like, like take the 80s and pour gasoline on it and that's 2015. It's fun. Like Jaws 19. Like, the joke is, they just will not stop making Jaws movies. So, in 2015, they'll probably be on Jaws 19. And the flying cars. Man. Oh yeah, anyway. The thing is, everybody says how Marty ruined his life. Racing that Rolls Royce, causes a crash, breaks his hand, the Rolls Royce owner presses charges. They say his life is ruined, but they go and they visit Marty, and yeah, he's a pretty dumpy looking 40 whatever. I'm trying to find a shirt here. 1 minute. Oh yeah, but I was just thinking, like, this is such suburban bias. Now, as a guy who grew up in, like, the lower middle class, but has spent his entire adult life, on the bottom fucking rung of society, uh, I can really see that, I don't know, suburban bias. Because, I mean, sure, his life he ruined his life, but he's still living in the suburbs. He has two kids. He has all these available technologies. I mean, like, and it's 2015. Here I am in 2023. I live in this place with like 9 guys and 3 raccoons. I mean, I got this shit. I mean, like, whatever this is, probably slowly killing me. I mean, there's just all kinds of wildlife that I don't like around here. Just primitive as fuck. So I'm like, God damn. I would love to have that ruined life that Marty has in the future. Admittedly, I wouldn't want a daughter that looks exactly like me in a wig because that's fucked up. But I mean, everything can't be perfect, and I don't think crashing the Rolls Royce did that. It was my sister who originally introduced me to Rick and Morty, and she was telling me how it was based on Back to the Future. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, sure, Rick is an old man and Morty is like a teenager, but what do you mean? Not. But after watching Back to the Future 2, I realized they very much do have the Rick and Morty dynamic. Like, if Rick wasn't mean to Morty, it'd be the same dynamic. That's the only difference. Admittedly, that makes it a lot funnier, but it's just fun to see that dynamic with, like, Marty freaking out and then the doc saying stuff. And I thought, like, Rick and the Doc, they're not all that similar, but then I saw the very opening scene of Back to the Future 2. First, he comes onto the scene and crashes into the garbage cans, takes them into the future, and then when Jennifer starts saying, "Oh my God, we can see where we live and where we got married," and you can just see Doc getting more and more uncomfortable, and then he just reaches and takes out a device and electro roofies her. And Marty's like, "Doc, what did you do?" And he's like, "She was asking too many questions." It was just, oh God. It was just such a Rick and Morty moment. But since it's the inspiration, more like all Rick and Morty moments are derived from that kind of shit. It's like, don't worry about it, Marty. And then he just leaves her in a fucking alley. Like, this is Rick behavior. Oh, God damn. It sucks going to work with a cold when you already barely have enough energy to fucking survive even when you're well. Anyway, off I fucking go. Have a nice day.